This is my dogwood tree. The dogwood is very special because it is cursed. The reason behind that one is, according to the legends, in the trunk of this tree, Jesus was crucified. Since then, this tree cannot grow at one single stem all the way to 16 feet or high. The tree which you are seeing right now is almost 35 to 40 years old. It cannot grow bigger because it is cursed. But the flowers are very pretty. It comes in two flowers, pink as well as in white. And the one in the center of the plant, in the flower, become red after few days. This is a close-up view of this dogwood tree plant. There you can see the flower very close. You can now see the leaves of the dogwood tree. During the fall, the color is completely red. It is very amazing, and this is the only plant I can see here with red leaves. Most of them are yellow. As I mentioned before, this is the tree and the trunk is used to crucify Jesus. Maybe that is one of the reasons the leaf is also red in color. Dogwood tree. This one is a special pear tree. The fruits are coming up now. There are plenty of fruits on this plant right now. The fruit is very big and it is very sweet. There are a lot of pear this year. Look at the number of fruits on this branch. The branch is bending down. I put some rope on the top to hold it. There are so many fruits over here. The size is less than half. This is going to be 2 times bigger than this fruit right now. And I think it will be ready by end of September. There are so many fruits all over this plant, very sweet. This plant is called a Mayho plant. It is very rare. It has got a big thorn and the fruit is small, and when it is ready, it is red in color, and it is also very sweet and very tasty. Right now there are flowers. This is the first year it is producing flowers, and the fruits will be ready by the end of August. And I will take a closer look to the flower. You can see the white flowers. The fruit is white in color to begin with, and when it is ripe, it's going to be red in color. It's very tasty, and it has got big thorn, so we have to be very careful when we pick the fruits. This one is crab apple, very small apple, and it is very tasty and very sweet, and it is too small to produce fruits. This year I was expecting some fruits, but so far I haven't seen any flowers. Most probably by next year. This is my fig plant. Fig, the fruits are coming up. I will take a closer look. It is not ready at this time. It will be ready by the middle of September. There are so many all over the places. Very good fruit. It's called fig fruit. This one is red cherry plant. It has got a lot of fruits on it and flowers over there. Produce a lot of fruits, and it is not very sweet, but the birds love it, and it is very interesting to see it. And normally every year the fruit comes up. You can see the flowers. Right now it is the blooming season. This small plant is gooseberry, American gooseberry. It is very small and it produces a lot of fruits. Now the flowers are very small, and the fruit is also not very big, but it is very tasty. When it is ripe, it is red in color, and it is also very sweet. And it is good when it is not ripe or green. It is excellent for cooking, making pickles and so forth. And I will take a close-up view to see the flowers. Now you can see the flowers, and it is very small. very small, but in a one bunch there are so many fruits on that one. And I have more than one plant in this yard. This one is Asian pear. The flowers already came a week ago. Now I can see small fruits over there. It is very sweet and very tasty. Unfortunately, the birds love it. I hope I will get some. I will take a closer view to see the fruits. Asian pear. Here you can see my Asian pear. I covered it, otherwise a squirrel will come and eat all of them. I got so many on the top of the plant, and I will take a closer look at the fruits. This is only half grown, another one more month when it is ready to pick it up. Asian pear. This plant is apricots, yellow fruit. For the first time this year, I got a lot of flowers. I think I may get some fruit this year. This plant is only 3 years old. It takes 3 to 5 years to produce fruits. Most probably I may get some fruit this year. Apricots. When it is ripe, it is yellow in color. Very sweet and very tasty, and is expensive also. Apricots. This big plant is called apricots. It's so many years old. When the weather is right, I get a lot of fruits. I do have a second plant of apricot also. This particular plant is a persimmon plant. Unfortunately, so far I did not get any fruits on that one. I might need a second plant. But one day it will produce some fruits. This plant is called a pawpaw plant. Pawpaw is a beautiful, delicious fruit. And I have another plant where I can show you the fruit. Pawpaw plant. This is my second and third pawpaw plant. One is big, another one is very small one. And on this small one, you can see some fruits. This is the first year it gave some fruits. Here are the pawpaw fruit, very tasty. It's a wonderful fruit. Several of them in one bunch. Pawpaw fruit. These two plants are two American persimmon plants. So far it has not produced any fruits. It may happen anytime or maybe next year. We're saying here this is called a bilberry. It's an excellent antioxidant fruit. The fruit is not sweet, but you have to blend it and mix it with the yogurt to take it. That is an excellent medicine. One of the best for getting a lot of antioxidants. Bilberry. This plant is blueberry. There are a lot of flowers over there, and small fruits are already built up, coming up. So normally every year it produces a lot of fruits. It's called blueberry. Blueberry is very special because it has got a lot of antioxidants. It is excellent for the health, improve the memory power. So it is a great fruit, sweet and almost black in color. It's called blueberry. This plant is goji berry. This is the first year it is producing flowers. Most of the plants produce flowers as soon as the spring starts. But this particular plant is producing flowers only during the summer. This is first week of September, and I can see a lot of flowers on this plant. Goji berry is considered to be the #1 antioxidant. It is very expensive to buy. The fruits are normally not sold in any store. Dried ones are available in some places. And I'm able to see some flowers over here. Hopefully I will get some fruits over here And it was surprising that it is coming at the later stage of the year, and I do not know whether I have enough time to get the fruit ready to pick before winter. This is called Joji berry. I will take a closer look at the flowers. This plant is called honeyberry. I have not seen the fruit, but it has produced some flower this year. Most probably I may get some fruit. This is called honeyberry. All these plants I have in my yard will grow in the winter season. They are not tropical plants. They are all plants likely to grow in the cold areas because we get snow here. So this is called honeyberry. This plant is also called a meho plant. I have a meho plant on the other side I saw before with some flowers on it. This has I have not seen any flowers, but normally it produces some fruits. So sometime within few weeks I will see some flowers over here. This is called meho plant. You can see the grapes. This grape is red in color, slightly pink. So it is not ready, it is just only half grown grapes. Other grape plants, you can see the fruits over there. This is my apple tree. There are plenty of this red apple. You can see the fruits over there. There are so many of them. There are so many apple fruits. Red apple. I will take a closer look to the apple. Apple. This is another fruit. It is a family of peach. It is very sweet, very good fruit. There are only very few. I can see one of them. This is yellow apple. I have some fruits on the top. Not that many. Normally I get a lot, but this year it is low. I will try to zoom up. This is very, very sweet one. It will not grow very big. Here is the fruit. One of them. Yellow apple. This plant is called yellow plum. So far it has not produced much fruits. It used to do there before. Right now there are a lot of flowers, so most probably this year I may get some fruits. Yellow plum. This plant is called a nectarine fruit. Nectarine. There are small fruits coming at many areas. Not every year it produces a lot of fruits. Nectarine. Very sweet. This tree is called Chinese dates or jujube. Jujube. It will produce fruits. The flowers are not yet ready to come. It may come within a few weeks. And the fruit is small, red in color when it is ready to pick, and it is very sweet. It's called jujube. This is my second honeyberry plant. It has not produced any fruits, even though it is more than 6 or 7 years old. I don't know when do I get some fruits. Honeyberry. This plant is called golden plum. It is golden color, extremely sweet, very, very sweet. There are a lot of flowers last week, and now there are small fruits I can see all over the places. Most by the end of August, the fruit will be ready to pick. It's called golden plum. This is pecan nuts. You can see the pecan growing over here. Look at that. Pecan nuts. There are so many in the plants. It is growing all over the side, all the sides I can see the plants, fruits. My third apple tree. This tree is very special. The fruit is considered to be the best, which we cannot buy this kind of fruit in the store. It's very, very sweet, extremely tasty, and one of the best I have ever seen it. I only had very few fruits. They are ready to pick, and if you look at a closer look, you can see the way the fruit is called golden plum, a golden apple, golden apple. I only got very few fruits on the plant. This is my red cherry fruit tree. Red plum, not cherry, red plum. It produces a lot of fruits and very, very sweet. And I cut this one to grow more branches. Red plum. This is a black plum fruit tree. Because it was grown very big, I could not pick the fruit, so I cut it short so that next year I can pick the fruit from the ground level. Black plum plant. This one is a special persimmon fruit tree. Unfortunately, it is not producing any fruits. A lot of flowers come every year, but I'm not getting any fruits. It's a special kind of persimmon. This is another fruit plant. This is called a sweet cherry plant. Sweet cherry plant. This is the first year it is producing fruits. Flowers are there. There are fruits also. I will take a closer look to see the flower as well as the fruit. This is the new plant planted last year. It's called red plum. It has not produced any fruits or flowers. Next year I will get some. Red plum. This is another cherry plant having flowers over there. There are so many cherry plants over here. This is one of them. There are two, one on the other side, one behind too. There are several. I have so many cherry plants. Cherry fruit is very sweet and very, very good. It has got flowers as well as small fruits over there. So even though birds love it, and we will get some cherry plants. This is my fourth apple tree. This is called a Granny Smith apple. That is actually green in color, very tasty. Granny Smith apple plants. There are flowers over there. This is the first year it is producing more flowers. Last year I had one or two fruits, so this year I will get more fruits. This plant produces two fruits. One is pink, one is peach fruit on the left side, and on the right side is producing violet plum color. Violet color plum. They have a lot of flowers over there, so some fruits are already coming up there, and I will get some fruit. This is the first year it is producing fruits. This is another pecan nut plant. This is my muscadine grapes. Very sweet and very good to eat. Produce a lot of fruits. But right now the leaves are just coming up, the springtime. Once when the fruits are ready, I will come and take the picture at that time. So this is that grape. This one is peach fruit tree. Peach. There are a lot of fruits over here. This is only 3 years old. It started producing fruits from last year. This is the second time it is producing fruits. You can see small ones over there, and when it is fully grown, I will come and take the video at that time. Right now it is very small one, but I will take a close-up view on exactly how does it look like. This is the close-up view of the peach fruit. Very small, and within a couple of weeks it will get bigger and by end of August or middle of August it's ready to eat. Each fruit. What you are seeing now is the passion fruit. I have two types of passion fruit. This is the green color. The fruit is there. It is green in color and it is very sweet. By the middle or by the early part of October, this is ready to pick. This will not survive in the winter, but the plant goes out and comes back every year and it produces the fruits. I have nothing to do anything about the plant and simply enjoy the fruit. I will take a closer look to the fruit. This is the first type of passion fruit, and I will take you to the second type, which is very interesting. This is the second type of passion fruit. I got the seed from Munnar, Kerala. In Munnar, when I visited in the month of November, there are plenty of fruits and it is red in color and it is very sweet. And it is one of a precious type of fruit which is very popular in the Munnar area. And after I brought the seed over here, and for the last 4 years it was not producing any fruits. But this year it started producing fruits, and I have a couple of them. The interesting is you can see the fruit. You can see the fruit over here at a closer outlook. I have three fruits over here. There is one of them, there is another one here, and then the third one here. There is a small one from here. Another interesting factor is in Munnar, the fruit is ready during the month of November. That is the time I visited there. Here, it is also producing flowers and fruits based on the same timing. Right now, it looks like only end of October, this fruit will be ready to pick. This is the second passion fruit I have here, red in color. Now you are seeing my blackberry plants. Blackberry. It has produced so many fruits this year. Blackberry. These are my favorite strawberry plants. I do get a lot of strawberry from these plants. Strawberry plants. Banana plants. I'm not going to get any fruits on this one because the fruit is not very good. But people love to get the leaves. There are plenty of leaves. Almost everybody comes over here asking me to give some leaf because these kind of leaves are not available in the store to buy. So this is my banana farm. There are a lot of bananas. It goes out during the winter, comes back again, and what we can get is only the leaves. But people enjoy that one. These are my Sugandhi banana plants. This year I got one big fruit from one plant, and these are the other 3 plants. I have 5 plants. These are 3 Sugandhi banana. It is native to Kerala. Sugandhi banana. I have added several banana plants this year. The one you are seeing is plantain. In Malayalam it is called Ethavada. This is the plantain. Hopefully by that next year at this time I am expecting fruit on these banana plants. This is another new banana type I have added to my collection this year. This banana plant can produce 2 fruits at the same time, which is very unusual. Normally we see only 1 fruit at one time, but this one can produce 2 fruits and they are edible, and it is also pretty long one. It only grows up to 6 to 7 feet, but it produces 2 fruits. New banana type, which is called double musa. New banana type. This is the new plant added this year. This is called strawberry guava, called perica. Strawberry guava. This is a very small plant, and it may take 2 or 3 years more to produce fruits. This is the second guava plant. It is called the Chilean guava. The fruit appears to be red in color. It has grown for the last 3 years. Most probably next year I will get some fruits. Chilean guava. This is the next tropical plant called ambaranga in Malayalam. It is also called June plum. For the last 2 years I am getting fruits from here. I can see some fruits on the plant. I will take a closer look to the fruits on the plants. Ambaranga, June plum, and a small bud is also coming up. This is another new plant added this year. It is coming from China. It is called Chinese herbal pear. I have not seen the fruits. It is not available in the store. This is something brand new, and I do not know whether it will survive in the winter. This is called Chinese herbal pear. This is another famous Kerala plant called Sadavari or asparagus. This is a medical plant. The bulb coming on the root is used as a medicine. It's also good for pickling and things like that. Sadavari or asparagus. This is my jackfruit plant. Jackfruit. It normally grows only in the pure tropical area. I am now growing one in the pot. This plant is almost 4 years old. I am hoping that next year it may produce some fruit. Jackfruit. Very famous in southern India. Particular plant is Seedappalam, one type of custard apple. Is also called custard apple or Seedappalam. It's very famous in southern part of India, and this is, I have some flowers on this year. It is almost 4 years old. It is pure tropical. It is growing in the pot. Next year I'm expecting fruits from this plant. The one closest to this one is another typical plant. This is dragon fruit plant. It may take several years to produce any flowers or fruits. Dragon fruits. This is one type of orange plant called kumquat. It's very rare. Very rarely we see in the store very small orange fruits. 2 years ago I have a lot of fruits on this plant. Kumquat type of orange. I have several drumstick plants. This is one of them. There was one with the fruits on it. I can show you that one. This drumstick plant almost 14 feet high, and you can see the fruit over here. I had 2 fruits drumstick from this plant this year. I'm keeping this one for the seed, and still there are flowers. Normally if I get any flowers at this time, there is not enough time to produce fruits. During the winter months, this has to go inside my greenhouse. Big drumstick plants. I have two types of pomegranate. Pomegranate is the one we buy in the store. That comes from this particular plant. I have two plants over here. This is plant number 1, pomegranate, and this one is the second one, pomegranate, the same type. I do have another type I will show you right now. This is the second type of pomegranate which I purchased this year. It comes from Russia. It is originated from Russia. It is called Russian pomegranate. The advantage of this plant, it can survive in the winter. In the other pomegranate, I lost 2 plants during the winter months. But this one is supposed to survive in the winter one. These are brand new plants, very small one. Russian pomegranate. This one is another special plant. It is called Chitrata. It's a medical plant. The root looks like ginger. It is used for asthma patients. Chitrata. This one is another medical plant. It's called insulin plant. I use this one to make my diabetic medicine. Insulin plant. This plant is actually an important medical plant. It is called Amrutha. Amrutha is very famous in Ayurvedic medicine. Almost all the medicines in Ayurveda, they use Amrutha. The leaf and the stem is excellent to create or increase our immune power. Amrutha plants. This is my greenhouse. Most of these tropical plants will go inside during the winter months. And I also got some special plants growing inside the greenhouse. I am able to provide heat during the winter months. Inside the greenhouse, I have a big plant that is called honey sweet lime. Sweet lime. Very small lime. There are a lot of flowers are coming up now. There are some small fruits also somewhere in between. I can see a closer look. And this is a special kind of lime plant. It's 14 feet high and it produces a lot of fruits. The outer layer of the lime is partially sweet. It is real good product. I also have 2 orange plants over here. This is one of them, a regular orange plant. This is another orange plant. 2 orange plants. I also grow many other plants inside right now. They are aloe vera, a special kind of fruit plant. It is a tropical one. The flower comes on the leaves. There's another aloe vera. Then I am growing some turmeric and things like that. These are my curry leaf plants. I have so many of them. I am only showing few of them. There are so many small ones in the pot. Curry leaf plants. This is a new addition to my plant collection. The one you are seeing right now is called allspice plant. The leaf has got a special smell and is used for when we do some cooking and things like that. So this is very, if you use this one, the cooked food is very delicious. This is another new plant added to my collection this year. This one is black pepper plant. Black pepper plant. I'm just experimenting with this flower, with this plant this year. Black pepper. This is mustard plants. Mustard seed is collected from these plants. You can see the small bunch of fruits which holding the mustard seed. We collected a lot of seeds this year and this is the second harvest. We put some seeds in the spring and we already got the seeds out of that one and we are growing it again. mustard seed. This is taro root from Kerala style. In our language it is called chamber, taro roots. We are looking at my snake gourd. There are two types of snake gourd I have in this area. One is a small one and another one is a big one. The one which normally grow in the Kerala in our area. So this is my snake gourd of this year. There are a couple of real big ones are there. Real big ones. Snake gourd. This is the original type of snake gourd. You can see how big it is. Normally it does not grow this much, but this year one of them grew pretty well. So this is actual snake gourd plant. This is the real type of bitter gourd native to southern part of India. This is very tasty. It has got a lot of medical benefits, such as to lower the blood sugar, and also all these plants and vegetables you see here are all organic. Here you can see some real long bitter gourd, almost 16-inch long. Real. It's a special brand actually, special kind of seed, and you can see it's pretty big. It's not ready to pick. It may take a few more days to pick it up. And also to the side you can see my plants. I have two enclosed section in this area. I put it this way to protect this plant from deer. A lot of deer comes and eat all my vegetables and the leaves. So I have completely enclosed this area, and I will take you inside after this one to show you what is growing inside. This is the enclosed section for my vegetable plants. In this section I have so many pyre, one special kind of paprika on the other side, and I have a lot of potatoes in the center, and in this area I have peanuts that is also native to Chennai. Then a lot of kuti pyre from Chennai. These are all kuti pyre from Chennai, and then this particular area is filled with doshakai. These are all doshakai plants, and also here regular peas, the big one and small one. I am growing so many long peas. Some of them are, this particular one is native to South America. They are very, very long one, pretty long, almost 20 inches long. You can see it is growing all over here. It's very amazing to see those peas. Section, I have so many yellow cucumber or vellarika. And this area, same as kuti pyre from Tamil Nadu. Then these are all my okra plants. I have so many okra I got it this year. They are all really big ones. And at the end there are so many peas, long peas. You can see how long it is. And short one too. So many peas on this side. Our Kerala style pyre. See the different type of pyre here. Here I grow my kumbalam, ash gourd. I already picked a lot of them. Some of them are about 24 pounds, very big one. You can see a real big one lying on the top. It's so huge, more than 20 pounds. And also on the ground you can see, due to the weight it is actually sitting on the ground. There are some on the other side too. You can see kumbalanga. In Hindi it is called Pusnika. Pusnikai. Ash gourd. You can see the kumblanga ash gourd we picked up this year and kept inside the home. We had so many like this size. Some of them are more than 24 pounds. These two we picked up yesterday because the stem could not hold the fruit, so it fell down. So I put it here. Ash gourd. This one is Vetigati Pyre, is a climbing type. Sword pea. You can see a lot of new fruits are coming out, and the original one we kept it for seed. It's called sword pea, the climbing type. Sword pea. Here you can see a special kind of vegetable called dosakai. It is native to Andhra Pradesh. Very tasty and very good for making sambar. And when it is ready to pick, it is yellow in color. You can see a fruit over here which is ready to pick, and also at the bottom you can see a couple of them ready to pick it up. Dosakai, native to Andhra Pradesh. This is the pumpkin, almost half grown, but it's still not ready to pick it up. Indian pumpkin. This is my ginger plants this year. I was trying for the first time. It looks like it is growing pretty well, and I'm hoping that I will get very good yield during this year. Ginger plants I'm growing for the first time. These are the hot peppers. I have several types of hot peppers. One of them is a super hot one, and there is also bell pepper inside. Several types of hot peppers, jalapeno, and almost everybody who comes over here is able to pick their own hot peppers. Hot peppers. This one is yellow Kandari hot pepper. It is native of Kerala, and there are so many of them. It is extremely hot, yellow Kandari pepper. This is the green Kandari pepper. This is hotter than the other one. Very native to state of Kerala. Green Kandari pepper. Here is my chena, elephant foot. This year for the first time I was able to grow this particular plant, elephant foot chena. It is extremely rare to see this plant anywhere here, and people cannot even buy this one in the store, and even if it comes, it is very expensive. Elephant foot, some people call it as umbrella plant. We call it chena. And also you can see my curry leaf plants. I have plenty of them. Curry leaf plants. This is my first part of tapioca plants. I have 11 plants in this area. Tapioca plants. You can see the flower coming on them. These are the flowers. Tapioca plant already started producing flowers. My tapioca plants. This is the second part of my tapioca plants. I have altogether about 27 plants. You can see it is growing in this area, tapioca plants, and I might grow more next year. Tapioca plants. Plants over here, and I picked all of them last night. Amazingly, they are all very good. I had a lot of kappa or tapioca roots from there. But I want to show you one interesting piece of the tapioca root I got from this plant. Look at this. This is one tapioca root I got from my plant. This is exactly 4 feet long. This is the first time I see such a long one. It came over here and then the root came over here, then it started growing like that one. If I had 2 more months of summertime or nice weather, this would have become very big. But look at this is the first time I see such a big tapioca root from my plants. This is exactly 4 feet long. Today I picked one tapioca plant, and this is the base of the plant you can see, and here are the number of tapioca I got from one plant. The one on the top is exactly 45-inch long. This is so long, and these are the others. I did not check the weight of the whole thing, but there are a lot of kappa from one single plant, which I picked up today. My tapioca yield. When I started my gardening over here, watering the plants was a big problem. I used to bring the water from my home on the other side with a hose crossing the road, and it is actually a problem for me. Finally, 2 years ago, I have decided to collect the rainwater by building this structure over here. I built this one by myself to collect the rainwater. This is 17 feet wide and 45 feet long. And I built this structure so the rainwater is collected on the top, and it is going to the other end, and I have tanks sitting there to collect the rainwater. This is my rain harvesting technique. You can see the steps over there to see the top, and I will go there to show you how the top look like. This is the top of the rain harvesting technique. I put this heavy duty tarp on the top, and the water goes all the way to the other end, and the water is being collected there in the tank. And I will take you to the tank area. Rain harvesting technique. This is the tank I installed first time. It is a 200-gallon tank. In a very small rain, I get 200-gallon tank filled up. Then I found out I'm wasting my water, so I installed another tank. This tank is 330-gallon capacity. So when it is full, the first one, the water is going into the second one. So altogether, I'm able to collect about 530-gallon water in this tank. The excess water was being wasted, so I made a small pond over here. The pond was initially a very small one, and all the excess water was going there, and I was collecting that. Finally, I decided to make it bigger, so I made it 12 foot by 12 foot and 4 foot deep. So in this tank, I'm able to collect 3,000 gallon of water. What you are seeing here is the water collected from the rain. I use this water for my plants. So right now it is about 1 feet, the water level is 1 feet below 4. So you can see the edge over there. It normally goes all the way up to the top. So this is where I save my water. It's a small pond. And in this pond, right now, I am growing all different type of fish. So this is a fish farm. I have 2 koi fish, 1 goldfish, about 10-15 catfish, also a couple of brim, then about 15 bass. There are so many small fish. Bass will not eat the other food I give to them, so I had to grow some small fish also. So this is my fish farm. After I put the fish in the pond, I realized that when the fish is not getting enough oxygen, in order to provide oxygen, I must have a fountain. So how do I build the fountain here? I was thinking for many days, then finally I came up with an idea to build my own fountain using a hose. I will take you to a closer look at my fountain technique. The hose is kept in the center. The water is coming from the pond and coming out through the hose. In order to pump the water coming out through that place, I need motor to bring the water. But in order to get the motor running, either I should have an electricity here, which I don't. So I bought a pump using gasoline. So this is the pump I installed here. It runs on gasoline and produces the fountain. And I will show you exactly the way when it works. I made this pump house to keep the pump inside. This is the pump house to keep the pump. Now I am working to fix the roof of that above the pond to keep the leaves outside. This is the view of on the top of the pond. This is my gazebo I purchased last year for me to relax when I am working outside. This is 12 foot by 12 foot gazebo, ready-made built, and it is very helpful. When I have my friends, we also sit inside and chat for a while. I will take you inside my gazebo. This is the inside section of the gazebo. It's very convenient. So I can sit here and relax. It's very peaceful over here. It's very interesting. Gazebo. From here you can see my house. On the other side of the street, you see the main area of Triad Asian Garden. This is the main view of the Triad Asian Garden from the garden to my house. This is the main entrance to the Triad Asian Garden. of Winston Salem. Triad Asian Garden. This is the springtime view. You are seeing my azaleas. Every year this tree, this plant gives flowers like this one. This is so beautiful. There are so many in my yard. This is the real red one. There are other colors and it is coming up little later. This is the springtime of 2020. The spring view, the flowers are coming at this time. You are seeing my azaleas in Triad Asian Garden of Winston Salem. This is another azaleas plant. Look at the flowers, very beautiful. A lot of flowers comes in during the springtime. Another azaleas plant. This is another flowering plant in front of the house. It has got a lot of flowers on it, but I don't know the name of that and I forgot the name. Another flowering plant. It produces a lot of flowers. It comes in the early part of the spring. Now the flowers are still there. I will take a close-up look to the flower. This is the close-up view of that flower. There are so many of them. These are all roses. The buds are coming now. Within 3 months, 3 weeks, this will be full of flowers. Rose plants. This is the flower plant. I don't know the name of that one. There are so many flowers all around. It is not azaleas, it's a different type. The flower is very small, but it looks so pretty. I have azaleas on the side also. This is a different type of flower plant. It looks so funny. It's a climbing type. I don't know the name of that one, but you can see the flowers. It looks so pretty. Look at, I will take a closer view to see the flower. It's a flowering plant. This one is another flowering plant. It has got so many flowers over there. You can see that flowers. They all come during the springtime. During the springtime in North Carolina, we can see flowers all over the places. Almost every plant produces some kind of flowers. It's very interesting. So this is another flowering plant. I do have other flowering plant. The some 1 or 2 flower I can see there. And there is another plant. It is actually simply red. The leaves are red. It does not produce any flowers, but the leaves are red in color. So that's the pretty of that one. So it is another type of plant. This flowering plant is called Kalyana Saugandhikam. The smell of the flower is extremely great. According to the legends, when Shiva and Parvati got married, the bouquet given to them contained this flower. Kalyana Saugandhikam. I do not know the English name. It's a very good flower. It produces good smell. Kalyana Saugandhikam. Rose plants. We have so many varieties of rose plants. Some of them are here, some of them on the other side. Also you can see mint leaf. We do have a lot of mint leaf. This big gardenia, big one. Big gardenia. This tulsi plant, tulsi. This is another violet flower plant. Small gardenia plants. The flower is small. I do have a bigger one, gardenia. Again, more watermelon plants. Chamberti. Small lot of watermelon. Some rose flowers. Look at this one. Very pretty. This is another lily. Very pretty. We have several type of plants like this one. This is watermelon. There's so many varieties, so many of them. This is another type. Bendi. There is another type of rose plant. This is a jasmine plant. Type of plant over here. Beautiful flowers. Rose plants. Beautiful rose flowers. Another type of white flowers. This is not gardenia. This is another type of flowering plant. This is the end of Triad Asian Garden Vegetable Garden Tour. I'm very happy to say that this year I have more than 50 families came to visit my garden, and also I'm very proud to say that GCKA, that is Greater Carolina Kerala Association of Raleigh, awarded me Karshaga Ratnam 2020. This is the highest honor they provide to someone who is doing agricultural work or farm in this area. They already published a video that you can see in the YouTube. Search by name GCKA Karshaga Ratnam 2020. You can see my garden as they have taken. And next year I am expecting more traffic to this area so that more people can come and enjoy my vegetables and fruits. Thank you very much.